First of all, he's a violent runner.
Hood to the second level, Hood to the ultimate level. See you later. Touchdown, Carolina.
When he first got here, what really stood out about him was just the way he looked. He looked extremely strong.
You always want to be the one to initiate the contact. I mean, you got to be the hammer. You don't want to be the nail.
Elijah Hood powers his way into the end zone.
I've been running into people. I couldn't play flag football because I wanted to run into people. I mean, that's just, I guess, part of who I am.
Run it, big fella, run it!
He runs more like he's a linebacker, like he's trying to hit people instead of, taking hits.
You got to meet force with force again. This game is violent. You're in front of me. I'm trying to break your will.
Hand off to Hood. Nobody's gonna stop him. Turn those legs, big boy.
When there is a challenge that is in front of him, he locks into it, mindset of just attacking it and accomplishing it and winning it.
I mean, this is a kid who's the whole package. I've known Elijah since he was a little kid growing up, and so there was the thrill to be able to be a part of this kid you knew was on his way up. And meeting him and working with him in the classroom, he was so very serious about getting what needed to be done accomplished.
Hey, Miss Mookie.
How are you? It's good to see
you.
How's it going?
Good.
I hear you're the big man on campus now.
I guess so.
He didn't come to Catholic just to play football. He came to Catholic to get an education.
Good to see you, sir.
I mean, all his teachers would come say, boy, what a nice kid, and all his teachers loved him, so you knew he was doing good in class and made a good impression on his teachers.
And I mean, Charlotte Catholic, pay attention. I mean, they do a great job. I mean, I would have been lost without you guys. You guys helped me out so much.
Thank you for saying that.
No, I mean it. Like, it helped out so much.
We're proud of you.
Yeah,
Very
thank
proud
you.
of you.
I think his greatness will be well beyond what goes on the football field.
The stadium was where all the magic happened, I guess.
And this is a kid who's a superstar on a Friday night, and he's a hero to all these different kids, and yet you can be assured that whatever was assigned would be on your desk Monday morning.
Memories, all I can think about are runs now that I've had on this field. I mean, my first touchdown as a sophomore, I remember, and I remember my last run here too, and that was a touchdown. My first and last runs were touchdowns, and they were both of the 80-yard variety.
He was actually too big in the middle school to play the backfield. They had a weight limit on him. And so he had to play the line at the middle school. When he came here, we wasn't sure. We knew he was a good athlete, but we wasn't sure he could be a back or not. And of course, very quickly he showed us.
The way they instituted, I mean, discipline and order and, hard work and just being humble and things such as that are core values to, being an excellent football player. And it just translated to the next level. And whenever I took that with me, I was able to apply that to the next level. And I think that's why I'm having success today. And I'm gonna continue to have success in every endeavor that I do.
Really, it started long before Charlotte Catholic, and I think a lot of that did come from his family, especially from his grandmother who stood behind him and encouraged him.
I've always been there for him, and whatever he needed, I would be there to help him to go along the way. Him and his granddaddy and I.
And the name that he carries is Elijah, and Elijah was a prophet in the Bible, and Elijah got things done. And I told him that as he go through life, he has a responsibility to his name.
She's the complete package. I mean, she's everything. my rock, my foundation.
He always cared for people. He always has been a very obedient child and never had a problem with him anywhere. What you call an ideal grandson.
Yeah, I carried him the scout every day, and I picked him up and make sure that he get there and did the things that he's supposed to do.
You can't even Snapchat when you go camping. There ain't no signal. What do you say?
Oh, I upload it when I get home.
So you just save them, and then you upload the snap so you get home. Modern day scouting. Snapchat, everybody. As much as I was out there running on the football field on Saturdays, I was camping around on the other weekends.
All right, fellas. Of course, we talked about this at our meeting Tuesday. And you know who this is, you sports fans. This is Elijah Hood, Eagle Scout for Troop 172.
Oh, I love scouting. Scouting was great. That's basically something I've been doing basically my whole life along with football. So scouting and football were basically two peas in a pod for me. It's a special thing. I mean, not that many people finish what they started. When you finally get there, you realize it was all worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I like this. Yeah, this is a good one. You got a little lake view. I got to do a lot of different things. Got to be freezing, out in the cold, and out in the heat, and bugs, and all kind of stuff. One thing you learn about nature is you're not in control of nature. Best part is, once you get the tents up and everything and the sun goes down and you're camping and you just kind of have the fire going, you get to just joke around with the guys a little bit. This is amazing. I mean, it's so peaceful. It's really quiet. I mean, there's nothing really that I can put into words other than, just the serenity and being out here in nature. Scouting was invaluable to me and just teaching me other things that I necessarily wouldn't have ever just thought about. It expanded my horizons into like different environments.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, for how he manages his time, I mean, is incredible. Most kids his age aren't able to handle all of those things, especially then to excel on the football field the way he does and the type of commitment it takes to do that.
He's probably one of the finest young men that has come out of Charlotte Catholic High School.
He's almost like a throwback to what you wanted to have. And as far as doing the balancing, then yeah, he knew how to get everything done. He just figured out a way.
He's that kind of guy. He's going to be usually the last guy here in the weight room, and he just has that kind of drive. He has that kind of determination, and that's why he has that kind of success. It's the kind of effort that he puts in every day to get himself better, and that's the mentality that he brings in here every day.
Well, I usually think of myself as some kid from Charlotte every time, and people keep trying to tell me who I am. I'm like, I don't get it. I still can't. It's still a little bit mind blowing. I mean, I just like to play football.